We are back. This is TrendingSA on SABC3 and online. You can stream us from anywhere across the globe, TrendingSA.tv. Thank you so much for being a part of this show. We're going to move now into our interview, and our Thursday legend is exactly that, legendary. She is an award-winning journalist who made an imprint in the world of news and literature. She is a successful publisher and a best-selling author. Her books Smacked, Hooked and Crashed blew up and told a very poignant and powerful story. In 2012, she began her own publishing company called MF Books, through which she has released 34 books to date. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Melinda Ferguson.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, the song.
Really?
The song.
Hello, baby.
Song. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Do I come to... Yes!
Yes, go to the ladies.
Let me not kill you.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hello there. Okay. Thank you.
You know, as I was throwing forward to the interview, I said, oh, Mel Ferguson's going to be here because it feels like I know you through your books. It feels like we're best friends. You've been so honest and open in all of your writing, and we're going to get to all of that. Can we start first in the magazine world?
Yes, because I know you from there, Papa.
Absolutely, and my mummy.
Yes.
So, I mean, you have had such an incredible career with True Love and other publications that you were features writer for. Can you give some of the highlights of that part of your career?
Look, I was, I'm a recovering drug addict, so let's just put it all out there. And when I first got my first job at True Love, it was like the first real job I'd ever had. And I'd written a magazine article while I was waitressing at some dumpy rather a restaurant in Melville.
Yeah.
And I met the deputy editor of True Love magazine, Glynis O'Hara, at the time. Anyway, long story, I got offered a job at this magazine, and I was so excited. I mean, I got a really bad salary. And then I started working there, and I had Kanye Dlomo as my first editor. I mean, so I learned from the Queen, and she, I think she left me with a legacy for True Love, when it was like a really amazing, inspirational type of magazine that was almost like the only magazine there was for black women to read. And I spent 10 years there. Amazing. There were many highlights. I mean, I got to work with amazing people, Lorata Shabalala.
Yes.
Some amazing people I interviewed. I mean, I think the only one I didn't interview were you two. Kuli, I interviewed you, and Kanye, and Pavi. I've done about 3 interviews with you, and there were amazing women that we did their stories. And so I left in quite a sad way. I'm not going to dish the dirt here, although you might ask me about that. But I left because it was time.
Sure.
You know how you leave? I was kind of over time there, actually.
But you know what, Mel? Then you went into this cool motoring space. I mean, talk to us about switching from hard news features into, tanks, engines, petrol pumps.
Look at me there. Oh, wow. I'm in the Renault Megane RS in that picture. Excuse me.
Were you always a petrol head?
No, man. I only learned how to drive when I was 33.
Wow.
Okay, I'm only 34 now. I learned a year ago.
Hello.
Yeah, so actually, True Love magazine was where I cut my motoring little teeth because I crowned myself motoring editor.
Nice.
Yeah, as you do.
Of course.
Become president.
But you were writing most of them anyway.
Yeah.
Hello.
So I was invited to Japan to the Tokyo Motor Show, out of the blue. It was like, huh? And I thought, motoring, cars, now I want to go and buy sunglasses in the Roppongi district.
Yeah.
So I get to Tokyo, and it is just unbelievable, the Tokyo Motor Show. I mean, all the concept cars, and I got bitten.
Oh, nice.
Business class flights, 5-star hotels,
That'd be
I mean,
good.
the whole splab. And I thought, I need to be a motoring journalist. So I crowned myself motoring editor and phoned Audi and then BMW and said, Audi, BMW. I'd love to review your cars.
Stop mentioning their names.
Oh, no, sorry, guys.
Sorry.
The rest was history.
But Mel, you don't just write about it. You've got a radio show on Cape Talk called The Night Rider.
The Night Rider. It sounds like Michael Knight.
Yeah.
The Night Rider. And I used to do the Joyride on Kaya.
Yes, my
I
queen.
I also saw you often there.
Yes.
So I mean, I think what I've done is I've enjoyed things, especially since I got sober. Everything to do with getting sober, and then I've been able to just follow dreams. It sounds so cliched, but that's what I've done.
No, but you are following your dreams, love.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm sitting here with you guys.
Hello, that's Kaya, your
It
first
was a
book.
big birthday for you recently as well. Congratulations.
19 years clean and sober.
Amazing. 19 years clean and sober.
Nearly 20. And that's like, everyone says, what's your, how old are you? And I always go 19 because, or 17 or whatever, because I don't feel the person I was before I got clean and sober was such a rubbish, actually, and such a loser.
Lala, you're calling that person a rubbish and a loser. You wrote this amazing book, Smacked. How do you get the courage to write that book and be so open, lay yourself bare like that for people to be critical?
Yeah, you know what? I was at a time in my life when I actually had nothing. I mean, I'd lost my dignity, my career. I'd been a TV maker as well. I'd been like kind of into, I'd been doing quite well. And then I did this humongous kind of disastrous end to my career in every way. I won't give you all those details.
No.
People will read Smacked. But I got asked to write the book, and I kind of thought, unless I'm really honest, I'm going to be lying, and I've got nothing to lose because I ain't rich, I got no money. Anyone can sue me. I'm not going to be able to be actually even, I won't be suable because I've got nothing. So I had nothing to lose, and I just got into this total honest kind of mind space where I just thought, let me just tell my story as dark, as brutal, as horrible as it was, and it really worked.
So you then take it to the next level. You don't just release the one book, but you also release the others that follow it and make a trilogy from that. So tell us about what goes into making a trilogy like that, where you go out and put it out there, and what made it work?
Well, I think I got bitten by the beautiful feeling of having written Smacked. I loved the feeling of having this book. And then I was desperate to do another book, and it took me 5 years of really trying to create more disasters in my life. You know what? You kind of like, the kinds of books I write, I need some disaster, So the first was addiction to drugs, and then I suddenly realized I was a total internet addict, a total love addict. A complete lunatic, actually. Even though I was clean and sober, I was like obsessed with my boyfriend, and I did all this shit. Can you say that?
It's okay.
I did all this stuff, and then so I got this book hooked together, and because I then just did the same type of, absolute honest style, I made myself look like such an idiot in this book. I mean, people. Where's my camera? There. People, you got to read the book because it is like humiliating what I put myself through in the name of love. Stalking.
But this is so great because it shows that addiction isn't just to substances. It can be to people, to feelings, to work, to all of those things. And that's a cloud we need to demystify in society.
So that's why I called it Secrets and Highs of a Sober Addict.
Yeah.
Because even though I was sober and I hadn't used a drug for like 10 years and I hadn't had a drink, I was still in this addictive looping kind of craziness in my head. And then, of course, my third book crashed. How can you have like smacked, hooked, crashed?
Yeah.
That was when I wrote off the Ferrari, which was not a great thing to do.
It was not a great thing, but you did so well with it. I mean, you came up with Melinda Ferguson
Yes,
Publishing.
I know.
Tell me about your journey. Were you publishing some?
I think you've had Landa Mabenga on the show.
Yes, his launch was tonight.
Tonight I was there. I came running over here. Landa, I've also published an amazing young girl, a Greek girl called Christy Chili McGrath.
Oh, yes.
Things Even Gonzalez Can't Fix. I've published her this year. I've published Tracy Going's book.
Wow.
Yes, it's
Tracy Going.
Wow.
Everyone knew who Tracy Going was. Morning Live or whatever it was
we
at
love
the
Tracy.
time. And so her book, Brutal Legacy. I also tried my hand at an erotic fiction.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why?
Very steamy. You know what? I saw 50 Shades of Grey. I saw, bloody hell. I mean, look how well it's done.
Yeah.
I need some money. Well, I must tell you, South Africa's a little bit conservative still on this level. It's I keep swearing, it's a very well-written book. But it kind of, I think it's been a bit slow. The uptake's been a bit slow. So it's also fiction. Fiction's not easy. I like memoir more. And then I've also done an amazing book this year called Things We Don't Talk About It Ever. A great girl from Cape Town, also a recovering heroin addict, girl who got onto the streets, hardcore addiction story. A very, very well-written story, Desiree Ann Martin.
That sounds amazing.
Sure.
So
like
these titles, I mean, it is memoir, it is touching. I suspect that you can't pick a favorite, but you could pick one maybe that did better than others. So there's a story about the drug mule.
Yeah.
And I know that story was so impactful. It was at a time where that was in the news a heck of a lot.
Yeah.
You know, how did you find Vanessa and how did you... you know, tell that story, get her to open up. What, 16 years in
a Thai prison.
Yeah.
So the book was called Drug Muled. And
Drug
it was,
Muled.
I must say, for a young publisher, I mean, I wasn't that young, but I mean, I was a young publisher in terms of the industry. I was only about like publishing probably for less than a year.
Amazing.
When I was following the story in the newspaper and Vanessa was released from prison and I just became obsessed. So this is what's good about being an addict, is you get obsessed with the right stuff. Nina. Because the thing is, all this energy that I've got as an addict, I'm still an addict, but what I do is channel it into now like hunting things.
Positive.
Yeah. So, yeah. I hunt people and hunt their books. So I hunted kind of Vanessa down. And my sister-in-law, Joanne Joseph, who's married to my brother.
Yes.
She came on as the writer, and Joanne's a brilliant writer. So, but the combination of Joanne Joseph with Vanessa Ferguson, and then this incredible story about, you know, a Miss South African. I think she was a finalist or one of the ones chosen into those final kind of, yeah. I mean, there she was in prison for life. She was sentenced to death.
Pregnant.
Had a baby in prison and stayed for 16 years. And like 16 years is a hell of a long time.
Mel, we have 1 minute left. I want you to quickly talk
1
about
minute?
your writing workshops.
Oh, yeah. So I'm up in Joburg. I'm a bit of a Cape Townian now. Sorry, everybody. And
How long are you here for?
Like till Monday.
Great.
So I'm giving a writing workshop this weekend in Joburg, and that's what's actually fed a lot of my books this.
Yeah.
That picture, I don't know, I look like a flippin' mad red Indian in that
It's
picture.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Tell us
about the workshop.
How can we find you for the workshops?
Okay, so email me at Melinda Ferguson Writer at gmail.com.
It's easy.
Very easy.
And then it's Heritage Month. We've asked all of our guests what heritage means to you. The hashtag we're using is who are you? So how would you describe Melinda Ferguson?
Phew. I'm a complete mongrel. I mean, I'm a combination of many things. I often say I'm a million different people from one day to the next, which is a Verve song.
Yes.
I'm a human being. I mean, you know, I'm kind of got lots of, you know, I've got Scottish, German, whatever. I'm a South African, but I'm a human being above everything. I love people, I love pain, I love stories that transform things, and
We love you.
We absolutely do. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for the work that you do, unearthing our stories and telling South African stories. Melinda Ferguson, everybody. Thank you. Everybody. Yes. All right, we take a very quick break, and then when we get back, a little bit of more stuff to play and enjoy and WhatsApp on WhatsApp. We'll be right back.